So I hope you are doing good in your room. It's been long. Earlier also I had put up my life because I like to be an open book. Nothing to be hidden because there's nothing wrong. I'm not a criminal. So yes guys, who all are there over here? Let me just check. Hi Sangeeta. Hi Diggy boy. I don't like the figure out there, very less followers. So guys, this is how I was before, wearing such kind of things. And I always like to be the notorious kind of a guy, always. Who is all that? Oh hi. Hi Savio. Let's just say hello to everyone and yeah, rock on. You can see. Hey brother. Mola, hi Mola. Let's just wait for some more viewers. This is the truth of Digvijit Chavan. Now that I've become a public figure and quite famous on social media, true facts about me, whether it is good or whether it is bad, has to be known, because if I'm an individual who is not socializing and is not socially active and is not public, then I do not need to disclose my identity. But right now, it's very much important for everyone to know what I am, who I am. You guys can see all the tattoos. This is all the childhood mess that I used to love to get myself inked, and yes, it was a part of my teenage and it's up to 25 I think so I got inked. Thank you so much everyone, all my positive followers as well as the negative ones. I do appreciate everyone. I do not have anything against anyone though. So let me start off. As a kid, I grew up in Mr. Chavan. My dad's name is Mr. Ajit Chavan, who started the Arlem Festival. You all must have heard about Arlem Festival. So he was the one who started Arlem Festival first time in Goa in BPS Club. Then it went to Rajendra Prasad Stadium and then Arlem Grounds. So yeah, our story begins there. I was born in Margao and raised in Goa itself. I never liked to go into any. Luckily, I was born in this state where there is not much of noise, not much of crowd. So yes, so I'm just happy that I was born here and made my life here. Earlier, my life was really amazing. My dad was a really amazing guy, and a lot of ministers, politicians, businessmen, everyone knew him because he was the marketing manager for Arlem breweries all over India. And he brought the company up really well. And he was quite a respected guy, my dad. And a lot of ministers used to come to our house also back those days. And yeah, those were the good days. I was studying in Manoikas, and then my dad left the job, and then he was at home. He would want the kids to be home. So Manoikas was till 3:30, and then by the time he would reach home, it would be like 4 o'clock or something. Eustace is been my old buddy. Hi bro, thanks so much for all the support that you've given throughout the pandemic. I really appreciate that. One of my very few friends, like hardly 3 friends of mine who supported me and are happy about my success and that I've grown. And all the people from UK, from Kuwait, from Dubai, different places whoever contributed, really hats off to all you people from all international states. Hardly 2 friends of mine from 2 or 3 friends of mine from Goa and 1 or 2 other unknown families who contributed. I can say, counting maybe 5 people from Goa, and a lot of the people from abroad did contribute towards whatever good deeds that I was doing over here, and it did support me. So going ahead in my life, it was like my school was shifted from Loyola from Manoikas to Loyola's. I joined Loyola's in the 5th standard, and I was not that of a bright student as such. Always used to fail in most of the subjects, and always used to be outstanding student, means standing out of the class, no homework. I used to not do my homework and all that. But then, yeah, the initial was my dad had a challenge with me that the new school that I have joined. Because I was a sprinter, 100-meter sprinter, always I got gold medals in Manoikas. Never took a bronze or a silver medal. So it was a challenge from my dad to me that let's see if you can do it in this school. And it was a sports day and he had promised me a big gift. And I didn't know, my dad always provided me everything that I wanted, whether it's possible or not. Because he had prayed to this temple, Tirupati temple. He had prayed for, after having 2 daughters, he prayed for having a son, and there comes me, the notorious me. I was born, and Dad was really happy. And yeah, so excuse me guys. So yeah, then in this school I started my Excuse me guys, I'm seriously sorry. So the race day, it was the race day, and yes, I ran and I got my medal. And the next thing was, the next day or the day after that or something, my dad took me to Porvorim. I thought he would get me a brand new cycle. But then it happened so that he takes me to the Sai service. That was the only Sai service in Porvorim back those days. The car showroom. And we all family had gone, and it was a surprise for me or whatever it is. Like, no, my dad got me a car, to go to school. And in the class 7th, I used to come to Loyola's. Most of my Loyolite friends must be knowing I used to come with a car to school. In the 7th standard, I used to wear long pants, jeans, and the Ericsson mobile, which had got a clip behind. That phone was given to me those days by my dad. If any police officer catches or something, just to make a phone call. So yes, and my principal also, Father Joachim, when my mother called and said, Father, you need to see, is driving the car to the school. But Father Joachim was so genuine and very jolly kind of a person. He said, no ma'am, he drives the car very well, because I drove him to Manora football ground, where Loyola was playing a football match. So he was sitting on the front seat with me, and I drove him I still remember that. And I used to park the car near Monginis behind Loyola's, change my pants to short pants and get back to school. And yeah, those were the days, And then when he passed away, it was my final exam, my 8th standard, final exams. And I was just in the hospital, just came to take his blessings and go for exams. But it happened so that my dad passed away on the same day of exams. And I could not go and answer the exams. And yeah, that was it. That is where my story begins. And after 12 days, I went to school when the school reopened, because my name was there in the 9th standard class. And I started going to school. And in 2 days, I was called back to the principal's office, saying that I had failed the exams because my dad, it was final exams and I did not answer something, and so I was not promoted to the next class, and the fees also were not paid of the school. So I was told to leave the school. So I went back home walking because those days we didn't have so much money also. Yes, I had a glass of water at that Sabina. There was a shop where we used to get patties, anda patties and all that near the Loyola bus stand, the Margam bus stand. So I just had a glass of water at Sabina and started walking home. And I told my mom that I was sent home from school because I had not answered the exams and the fees were not paid or something like that. Don't remember in detail. And then I was told not to go to school. As a kid, I felt like it's fine. I was happy, no homework, no teachers, no school. But then it came so that it was very difficult to go out and meet friends, no money, no daddy. Check. Right from being on the top, we were literally at the top. Ministers used to come to our house. We had 8 Great Danes at those times. Big dogs. And we were really at the top level. And I didn't know that we would come to these days where I wouldn't be able to go to school. And yes, my mom, she was a housewife. And it was very difficult on us, we didn't have anything with us. So my mom used to make masalas, pack masalas and go and sell door to door. So she used to sell them door to door. She used to get tired, come home. We've had days where we didn't have food also. And then, I also didn't know what to do. As a kid, I didn't know what to do, where to go. And what is life and how difficult it's going to be in the future. So I started doing whatever jobs, odd jobs here and there, help mom wash utensils and all that. And I was used to be doing all that masti. In school, my one friend, it's like when my dad fell ill and all, and he was not able to provide us because we were used to all the big things at the very young age. Everything that we would ask, we would get. There would never be a no from Papa. And then there was a time, there were years where we were not getting anything. So my friend Sibelius, today he admires me, he respects me a lot. He had an Adidas jacket. Sibelius bro, I hope you remember you had an Adidas jacket. And my dad wasn't there to tell him that I want the same jacket. So I happened to flick his jacket, I made it a roll and I put it in my bag. And I flicked his jacket. And I was caught and I had to give the jacket back. But then I was a kid, I didn't know why I did that. But then I didn't have my dad also, who was sick, he was on bedridden, he was in coma. Otherwise, whatever I would like, I would go and tell Papa, he would buy it for me. But it was a long time that I was not getting it. And I didn't have anyone else to ask for. And then I started roaming around, just loitering around with my cycle here and there, trying to make friends. Nobody would take me. Everyone would just be like, ignore, this guy does not have any money in his pocket. So everybody just ignored me. All my friends I'd seen, because everyone used to go for parties, I also used to want to go for parties and all, I was like, get ready, always want to wear branded clothes, always. Till today I love dressing up. Whether I'm going to buy a packet of milk, I love dressing up. Till today I like to be up to date today, whether it's my haircut, whether it's my watch. I wear it because of the fear of my dad. My dad is always tell me, time is money and you got to be always on time. I get scared to get out of the house without the watch till today. And those days, why is this bling? Why is this gold in my hand? Today that I bought, I wear so much of gold. Why I wear this is, in the school days, Dairy Milk wrappers, I used to buy Dairy Milk chocolate. The wrappers, I used to put the other white paper in the wrapper, roll it and make a gold ring. All the fingers I used to want to put gold ring. One more incident in Manoikas that happened was, my dad was working for a beer company, so the beer was like water in our class, in our house. So one fine day, I woke up early and I put beer in my bottle, water bottle, in second standard. Second standard, I put beer in my water bottle and I took the water bottle to school. And I gave it to my friends around. Have a sip out of it, like, no. Second standard, I took beer to my school. I took literally pour whole half bottle what my dad had. So remaining beer which was there, Goa beer is like normal. Why women, children, everyone does have it, like, no. So I took the whole water bottle full of beer, gave it to my friends. My friends were all drowsy and all. And then the teacher came to know, you all know how the monitors of the class, the studious boys in the class are like, no, teacher, Digvijit gave something to drink and that is why they are sleeping or something. And it was my Hindi teacher and she was very, religious and all that. Like, no, I was called to the principal's office. My father was called and Mrs. Almeida was the principal and she was like, Mr. Chavan, we had to call you because it's like the teacher's concern. We know that there's beer like water, but see that you check his water bottle next time. That was one more incident. And then, yes, but coming back, my young days started at the age of 14, 15. My dad wasn't there. I got into wrong company of friends, started smoking and roaming around with my Yamaha. I told my mom that I'm buying a Dio, so please come and sign and all. I want a bike or something, non-geared bike and all. Because non-geared bikes are allowed for 15, 16-year-old, you can get a license and all. I took her to the Yamaha showroom. And she was like, why did you bring me to this showroom? It's like all motorbikes, not a non-geared bike. I was like, they will get me the delivery over here. And they will give it. So you just sign the papers and go. So I was smart from those days. And mom signed and went. And my elder sister was the one who was hand in glove with me. She knew that I'm buying a Yamaha. And I got the bike and I come with the Yamaha to my fast food, Homeland Quick Food it was called. And my mom was damn upset with her regular action. Fling something on the table and she went inside. So that was my first bike. And after that, after the friend circle, I got to know what are friends and all that. Had a lot of time, enjoyed, went partying, started drinking, enjoying. But then there was a day where I came to know that no friends would tolerate you until and unless you had money in your pocket. So if you have money, you have everything. And I had a very strong willpower. If I want to stop doing something, I would stop doing it. So I stopped all this friend circle and I was completely out of the group. But riding Yamaha, I never stopped. I had a very fast Yamaha. A lot of friends of mine know how rough I was on. I was really notorious on the streets. And cops and all used to try and follow us. We used to run. I used to run. Me, my friend Sandeep Kenny, they used to call him Peto. So we used to abscond from the cops and all. Yes, after that then I thought like I need to start doing something. Then I was working in Manoika school canteen also, washing plates, cleaning the Manoika school canteen, serving the kids. I used to see my friends coming over there, dropping their children, because all my friends were 10 years older to me. Whichever friend circle that I had is always 10 years older friends. Never my friend circle, because all my group was already still studying in the school. So I could never meet them because they are studying, they have exams and all that. So I had to simply be around, okay, udo aadre, ye aadre, te aadre. I used to do that, bring this, bring that and give. So I started getting a lot of knowledge from my all older friends. Like, how they do business and how they talk, how they communicate, how they bargain, what is market, what is business. I kept on roaming with all elderly people and started getting knowledge, and I started putting myself like I need to work now. Enough of roaming around and doing things for others. Then I got in that SISI small scale industry. It was a culinary school where a hotel management, cheapest in the town. My grandparents actually somehow they arranged some money, and I think so they sent some money for my course. And I did that course, and then there was a recruitment, and then I got selected in Park Hyatt, Goa. I started going there as a trainee and did my training there. And then from there, I happened to make a fake CV that I'm 12th standard pass, because 2,600 and all that money was not okay enough in that time of world. So I was like, I want to make some more money. So I made a fake resume that I'm 12th standard pass, and I went to this company called Gold Shield Private Limited. It's a call center in Verna. On the first round only I was selected because of my communication skills and my tone, my voice volume being commanding. I was selected. I joined the call center and my salary was 5,500 in hand. And I started making calls and I started being the best in the call center, started making money. I used to draw a lot of money back those days in call center. I have the receipts also. And there were few seniors who had a problem with me. Why? Because of my sales, that I'm not charging shipping and handling and this and that and blah blah shit. It's always there. Back those days, although my friends knew that I have a difficult time in my house, I have to earn my own money. These boys, they were trying to put me down. But God always was there with me, and my dad always was there with me. And all my documents, they came up and said, this guy does not have documents, he does not have papers, he does not have certificates. And our team manager spoke to the senior manager in Mumbai, and they overlooked my documents because I was giving sales to the company. My target was 12 bottles a month, but my sales were 45 bottles a month from the beginning of the month. I was quite good at sales and marketing and all. I started making money, saved some money and all, and got into business. With my friend, I got into the fishing business also at Kolwa Beach. Somehow here and there made some money. I was working at the beach shack also. One of my friends, beach shack, I used to just work as just to help him, and he used to give me some money here and there, pocket money to spend here and there, like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,000. I do not want to take his name because he is no longer my friend. After I helped him in his super case where he was behind bars, I supported him, but then he does not know how to keep friendship. It was a big international case, and I helped him because he was not guilty. He did not do it, and I would stand by for any of my friends, however difficult it is. So it was a lot of difficult times, and then I started making money. Then I put up my own Udupi restaurant. Then I put up my tattoo studio. But then I started running the Manoika school canteen. I used to go morning with the breakfast for the school canteen, then come back, then take the lunch, wash plates, clean the canteen, then come back, go to the tattoo studio, do tattoos myself. I used to do the tattoos. Then go to my Udupi restaurant, try and be there. So a lot of things I started doing. I started saving money, investing money in the right way. And somehow I started clicking and started making. I was out of the market out of friend circle. And I came up with really hard times, not so much money, but then eventually when you have a lot of money and you can invest that money in the right way, you can make more money. We think that we'll put small business, but then eventually you need to save that money. In today's world, all the boys, as soon as they get the salary, I need to have an iPhone. I need to have a proper phone, which everyone has. Till today, trust me, till today, I'm saying it on social media, not a single phone was bought by my parents for me. The car that I have, the bike that I have, the house that I live in, the food that I eat, everything is my own. It's all my hard-earned money, and I have not got it easy. There was only one friend of mine who helped me, Prince. If you'll ever know, J was Suits in Margao. So he was the guy who helped also. He was the only friend actually who trusted in me. And he helped me out at those days. And yeah, he had the guarantee that I would pay. I delayed a little bit, but yes, I did pay him. And all the friends then, when I started having money, every day I used to have like 50,000-60,000 rupees. I used to go sit, drink. Everyone was trying to take advantage of me. Because when I used to drink, I used to be very emotional. Whoever wants money, take 5,000, take 10,000, take 20,000. You want a bike, okay, chal, take a bike. Somebody has a loan, okay, mage loan asa. Bike dolya and loan kadla माझ्याकडे कामा वसपा bike na okay chal how much you have taken 20,000 take 20,000 get your bike. Somebody wants a phone, somebody wants to do Frankfin, okay you want to do Frankfin, you want to do job, take the money. Somebody used to like a certain kind of a watch, I would save that much money every time, and once I gather that money I would buy that watch. I gifted the friend my watch, the watch that he wanted. Always took my friends out on trips. Entire trip is to be paid by me. Right from petrol, stay, food, everything. But those friends never respected, never kept that friendship alive. That is why today I roam alone, because I am a straight face. I speak on the face. I do not like dirty shit. Go and talk behind. I will talk, but I will say it on that person's face also in front of everyone. I will not bitch behind the back. I would say it straight on the face. That is why today I don't have many friends, and I do not want also. And that is why I am doing a lot for unknown people, because I do not want to keep a list who all I help. So I should get a favor back in return. No. I do not want any favors to be returned or anything. So I started helping a lot of poor families, because I came through it. I know what it is not to have anything. All my friends, whoever had their parents and whoever got their education, whoever got their motorbikes, they got their clothes, their mobile phones, their international trips, everything. Salute your parents, guys. Without them, it will not be possible. I also went on my international trips at my own cost. Everything today is at my own cost. And I always say, please show me one illegal business that I have done. Okay, one thing that I did, I went to Dubai and did tattoo studio. In Dubai, tattoos are illegal. So that may be illegal. So in Dubai, I had gone, I said, let me see. It's big money over there, because then there were friends, my local friends only, Goan friends only, who were not happy that I came there. I had a Range Rover over there. I was showing off, spending so much money, buying so much gold in Dubai, wearing, enjoying. So jealousy, they wanted to put me in trouble. So I said, leave it. I would have supported those guys to come up, but then I was like, leave it, I don't want to be there. And I left Dubai and came back. And I started continuing business over here. Then I started my boxing academy in Goa, dance academy in Goa, furniture, pest control, Diggy's tattoos, Diggy's salon. So I grew. I grew my business, and a lot of times came where I had given money to someone, recognized personality and a recognized job. I had given the money to a doctor, and 12 lakh rupees I gave to a doctor, and he happened to commit suicide within 8 days after I gave the money. 8 or some few days, whatever. And it was so difficult to digest the fact that that much money is gone within just 8 days, and my wife was pregnant, 5 months pregnant, and my baby was up to come. And then in another week's time, one of my friend had taken my mom's car and gone to Hubli. And to my mom's knowledge, she didn't know the insurance had expired just 8 days back, and the car met with a major accident. And the friend came and told me, and he said, minor accident. Go to see, the car was completely squashed. And the car went in scrap for some 50,000 rupees. It was just 1 year old. So I had to pay the 6,40,000 rupees balance loan amount. So 12 lakhs plus 6 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 40,000 rupees in 1 month I was down. And I was destroyed completely because the upcoming baby, hospital expenses, and everything. And you know, people are not ready to help you until and unless you are somebody known and you got some assets and everything. Somehow I managed that life. My baby was born. I stopped riding. I only chose to drive because the responsibility sense changed. And I had to get really serious in life, because I have a son. And then immediately my wife was pregnant again for the second baby also. So it's like, finish it off fast. Back to back, don't want more headaches, because she is a pretty woman, but she happened to bloat, and you know how it is. And 2 years I was just with my wife. I did not come to my business place also. Each and every minute, most of the friends who have been with me, they've seen, they've seen I was 24/7 with my wife. Out of 2 years, I must have not been there with her for 30 to 35 days in between here and there, going to the shop and coming. But each and every minute, and pregnancy, because we had to run away. Me and my wife, she's a Muslim, I'm a Hindu. So we met in Norbert's gym. And on the very first day, we happened to meet and all that. And we started our conversation. Then we stopped because on Facebook I messaged hi. And she asked me, who is this? So when she asked me, who's this? I discontinued. I stopped talking to her. And after a month again we started communicating, and then she was working for Prime Media. She was teaching in St. Xavier's College also. She was teaching mass comm. So I used to go along with her, and every day she would want me as a company. And slowly we got to know each other. And one fine day I was about to leave Goa and go on a world tour actually. And our friendship had become too close. Me and Zeba's friendship had become too close, and I was about to leave Goa. And before leaving, I gifted a lot of friends of mine, a lot of gifts and all. Zeba used to like watching movies, so I gave her a home theater, installed it in her house, and next day she had a movie night in her house. But I was not going to be there because my international tickets were booked. And I thought I should not tell her, but once I reached the airport, then I called her. And I said, Zeb, I'm leaving. And I have to go because I am up for an international, because I was going through a lot of depression back those days also. And she said, if you go, I will break everything. Each and the entire home theater I will break and make it into pieces. You watch if you leave. And that time we were not even dating. So that donkey was like, oh my God. And I didn't know what to do. That was the first time I got out of the airport after having my boarding pass. I don't know what formalities. Oh my God. I literally had to get out of the airport and come back home. I just said I'm going to Bombay or something. But then I was planning to go abroad or something like that. That was my plan. I don't know exactly what exact plan it was. I was supposed to meet some friends in Bombay and all also. And then Zeba met me, and then we went on a tour in the car. Both of us went to Mahabaleshwar, Mumbai, Pune and all, just as good friends. We didn't even shake hands, like, no, we went on a tour, but we were so genuine to each other that we didn't even shake hands. And yeah, but on the way back, her friends happened to tell Zeba's mom that Zeba is come with some guy with tattoos and all that, like, no, so her mom got all wild, the situation was very dramatic, and we came back and there's big hassle over there, and then Zeba was not allowed to meet me, and then one fine day she left the house and came, her mom came to my house, big drama, and then the second time, again Zeba said, just called me, she said, I've left my house, just come and pick me up. I was like, what? Left your house? As I went, I picked her up. My mom said, just see what she's doing. I went, picked her up, brought her home. Then her mom comes home again. Big fight. And she opened the door and big drama is happening. She's trying to pull Zeba. And I'm there, my mom is there, my sister is there. And then I had to literally push Zeba's mom. I pushed her. She fell on my mom fell on my sister. All three of them fell on the sofa. We came out of the house and locked the door from outside. We sat in the car and we ran. So that was the time we left Goa and we ran away. We ran to Chikmagalur, one of Zeba's cousin's house only. And we were there for like out of Goa for almost 6 to 8 months when Zeba was pregnant, because Zeba wanted to know whether you're genuinely going to be with me or no. So then we were away from house, we could not get married and all. So she's like, I want to have a baby. So then we were like, okay fine, let's have a baby. And Zeba was pregnant away from home. And then when she was like almost about like 5-6 months and all, then we came to Goa. We came to Goa and then it was another drama, like, you know, to handle. And Zeba used to go to her mom's place and say, oh, I was eating outside, that is why I became fat and all, like, no. But, and then, yeah, then there was this thing, what is that? My always dream was go-karting championship. One of the racers from the champions, one of the top racers of go-kart only happened to tell me, no bro, we have been doing this for years together, it's very difficult, you cannot win. And somebody says anything to me which is not possible, I make it happen. And it was in my head, and there was this competition that had come up. And I practiced for some time. I wanted to prove that person wrong. I was not a champion, I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mom supporting me financially to go and practice over there. That has 100 rupees, 10 laps and all. So go alone, I should try myself and all. I said, I'm good enough now. And I participated in that race. Zeba was still pregnant. She was in the, spectator area. All the trial rounds, my timing was good. I was coming first. My lap timing was good, I was coming first. Everybody was wondering, how come this guy is coming? And then was the race day. Finals. I was the one who was starting out first. My timing was best. All Indian drivers were there. From Bombay, Pune, Mumbai, I don't know where all. Goan top racers, everybody was there. And that day, my heart was pounding like, really hard. Everybody was with their racing suits. And I was with my track pant, my Nike shoes and my LS2 helmet and some normal biking gloves, something like, I was the odd one out over there. The race started. It was so stressful. I never felt so stressed till today in my life. Everybody is right behind. And there was a national championship. And I won the race. That was a gift to my wife. Because I said, I never accept defeat. And I prove that I can do it. And today, I have done it without having any support, doing legal businesses, nothing illegal. And I am successful today and successfully come up alone by myself, made my own money, I can proudly say. Those BMWs and all, I also can buy. Not at my father and my mother's cost. or nor my ancestral property. It is their luck. It's their good luck. It was my bad luck. I did not have any ancestral property or my father's money. Some people are born with a good luck, a golden spoon. I may have been born with a golden spoon, but within few years I had a wooden spoon, which I had to convert it into a golden spoon again for myself, and I made it happen. I struggled day and night. I used to work 24 hours. My tattoo studio was working 24 hours. I used to work. No sleeps, nothing. I invested my money in a lot of different ways. And maybe you can call me selfish. I would not want to put it out because there was nobody to help me and teach me how to make money. Somebody who wants to really learn how to make money can come to me and I will teach them. Somebody who's really gone through bad times. I would not want to, because I've seen people are ungrateful. And today's times also, when they wanted me, they were there. Then they showed as if I wanted them. Are who do I need, man? I don't need anyone. Even if I'm dying, I will not take anybody's help and I will not give anybody's favors in my life. I will return that favor back. Be self-sufficient, that is what I have learned. Over here, if you take a favor, if you take one favor, you have to return 10 favors in return. Keep that in mind. Don't ever take credit from anyone. Don't ever take a favor from anyone. Because that favor you do not know how you will have to repay it back. So one thing I learned, not to take favors. And that is how a lot of struggle, a lot of business, like as I told you, tattoo studio, my salon, my furniture shop, I had a restaurant also, then dance academy, boxing academy, everything possible I wanted to do, I did. There is nothing in this world I think that I cannot do. But yes, the love for Goa, it's not like I'm trying to politicize this issue, but it's like whenever I go out of Goa, it's like when my mom goes away from Goa, although I don't stay with her right now. Whenever mom is going out of Goa, I start getting fever. Till today, mom is out of state, I get fever. So when I leave Goa, a lot of friends of mine know, I keep saying, nah re, I don't feel like going out of Goa. Even if I go, I have to come back the same day. I get very impatient. Forget about Goa, out of Goa. Even if I go to Baga, Kalangut or Anjuna, Vagator to stay over there. Recently we had tried to go last year. Went and stayed in my friend's hotel. I could not get sleep. I wanted to come back home. My home is like, I'm way too attached to my home, my environment, my bed, my animals. All the things around me, my town, Margao, I'm more attached to Margao. I don't feel like going and staying overnight anywhere. I used to, but lately I have not I don't feel like going. I'm getting old, I think so. Before I used to like party every day, go, drink, smoke, party. Now I'm like home. I want to be at home more. And one more thing, when I used to not get money, I had told my mom on her face straight away, you don't give me money, I am going to steal something from the house and sell it outside. This was when I was a kid. So whatever I would get, I got my mom's gold ring. And as a kid, I went and I sold it in the market and I got like good money, I think 1,500 or 1,800 back those days. The gold was not that expensive. I sold the gold ring also of my mom, and that day, oh my god, we went, partied, all my friends were like, oh, it's all, yeah, party Korea. And that karma immediately struck. We met with an accident. So double the money went, party scenes flopped. So that is where I realized, Baba, free money does not last you long and you have to pay a big price of karma. So I put so many videos. A lot of people try to say that this guy's got a wrong motive. I am backed by BJP, backed by Congress, backed by AAP, or somebody behind me. I seriously do, I just only see the wall and above me is my dad. And I have my two lovely sons whose names I cannot put down, and my father's name I can never put down. So it's like people say don't swear, but yes, it's my children's life that I say clearly that till today I do not have anybody's backing. Not even my own family that I take support from, because it is because of them that they made me strong. They believed in me that I can survive anywhere. Bob, I'll give you a call back. I'm just doing a live session.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, sure, bro. Yeah. Done, okay. Just a friend, my important friend, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so a lot of hard times came in my life, ups and downs came, bad things, good things. Yeah, I used to get drunk and I used to hit people away, not for randomly hit, for no reason. Just a second, guys. Hi, Diggy, can you help me arrange ICU bed in new block code? Yes, definitely. Just a second, guys. Give me just a minute. This is more important. Up to GMC, just hold the line, guys. 1 minute, just give me a minute. GMC आदले मास एक ICU bed arrange जातले so any urgent मासे माका मास message होता. Yeah, urgent. Just please. Yeah, please let me know soon. GMC, the new block GMC. Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, sorry guys. So yeah, this is my short story. I didn't want to go too much. There is a lot more in there which I have deleted, but I wanted to tell the bad things and the good things, whatever. I had to literally struggle, and I'm not a lot of people are trying to criticize these Goan people. If you all do not know, do not talk. In your own Bible, in your own Quran, in your own Gita, it's written, if you cannot do good, don't even think of doing bad. तुमच्यान बरें करपाक जायना जाल्यार वायटूय करनाकात म्हणून. And you are going against your own Bible, your own Gita, your own Quran. If I have done wrong, I will deal with it. I will suffer my karma. The life that I have come up, nobody else, none of my friends have come up that life. Difficult life, I have struggled by myself, nobody has given me this. And my money, I may drink, I may smoke and do what the hell I want to do. Nobody can say nothing. And how much I have helped, I know what blessings I have. And how you all want to work is lazy, work for few hours, 6 to 8 hours and then go to sleep. No, I have worked 24 hours. Do you all know how many 8 hours come in the 24 hours? तुम कळपा जाय रे. 24 वरांत कितली 8 वरां येता ती खबर आसा? तुमच्यान 3 पटेन चड जगला आणि 3 पटेन चड काम केला. तुम्ही दिसा 8 वरां काम केले आसतली, हांवें 24 वरां काम केल्या आणि ते पयशे जोडल्या. फुकट येयल्ले ना. आणि तुमकां परते सांगता, एवरीबडी, anybody and everybody, I am saying openly, I am Mr. Chavan's son. My dad is from Mumbai, my mom is from Kolhapur. I am a Maharashtrian by blood, but I am by heart, I am a Goan. I am born and brought up in Goa. So don't teach me. I have been put down and I chose to come up, not to make few chiller 1,000, 10,000 rupees by working in some hotel as a steward or anything. 10-15,000 जोडपाची माझी आस केन्नाच नासलेली. I wanted to always become big because the same friends, the same people tried to put me down and did not take me around. That time nobody came to ask me, अरे याच्याकडे पैसे ना, पैसे दिया म्हणून कोण विचारपा येयलो रे. Nobody came to ask me, do you want money? And now when I've made my money, nobody's got the right to ask me and point out fingers to me. I'll break those fingers. Because I don't have to fear about anyone. My life is settled. I have retired at the age of 34. I do not need to work anymore. My money and my business is settled. Only thing is, there are jealous people who cannot see and try to find out, Are, from where money is coming? Are, paise nalele na tumi elle re maka dipak. Not my family also gave me money. Let me tell you openly, I will be coming with a video from my mom also. I did not get a 1 rupee for my business from my mom also. Not even 1 rupee from my mom. Not a rupee from my mom, not a rupee from my sisters, nor from my uncles, or my aunties, or relatives, or anybody. Whatever I am today from scratch till whatever I am today with my own tattoos and the way I am, my beard I can keep is my own money. Apna paisa hai. It's my own money. I can spend and do what the hell I want to do. I have helped so many Goans. If anybody in Goa has done as much as work I have done, still I give 1 crore rupees. This is my dialogue these days. Kapastat asa जाल्यार हांवें केलें एकट्यान केलां तें 100 जाणांनी केलें काम नाका म्हाका. Show me one person who has done as much as I have done. And all my videos are live videos. Kama केल्या ती फोटो काढून घातलेले नाही. I have not clicked only photos. My videos have always been live videos. Since the first day of pandemic. Feeding 2,000 people every day. 2,000 breakfast, 2,000 lunch, 2,000 dinner. 6,000 meals a day. 6,000 meals a day. Not 1,000. And all cooked by me and my wife and my staff in the house. Nothing came from anybody's kitchen. Nothing came from any restaurants. And no donation came. सगळे पैसे हांवें घातलेले. आम्ही जेवण रांदलेले, माझे बायलेन जेवण रांदलेले, माझे मानायान जेवण रांदपाक हेल्प केले. दिसाक 6,000 जेवणां दितले. 6,000. 1 whole month, 6,000 meals per day, cooked meals per day. 5 lakh family, 5 lakh people I have given ration to. 5 lakh. 5 लाख घरा काय राशन दिल्ले आसा. And there are figures, बिश्टेत ना. माझे व्हिडिओ तुम्ही पोवपाक लागले तर जाणटे जातले. You will become old if you start watching my videos. 18 surgeries केल्या. 18 surgeries I have done. 18 cancer patients I pay chemotherapy for. 26 people or what do you call them? Widows that I support families every month. 2,000 to 3,000 rupees I give. Broken houses I have built. Given car to a family when they don't have a car to transport the patient from home. तांकां गाडी घेवन दिल्या हांवें. पे बायलेक घरांतल्यान हॉस्पिटलान हाडून परत व्हरपाक मोटरसायकल आसा, गाडी ना म्हणून. And those cars are not expensive. Maruti 800, 30,000-40,000 rupees. So it's not some big thing. It's just a big heart. तुम्ही कोण माझ्यावर बॉट उबारता न्ही, माझे सगळे व्हिडिओ काढा आणि विचारा आपणाक. हे लाईव्ह व्हिडिओज, लाईव्ह, नथिंग एडिटेड. Nothing is edited. Everything is open book, live videos. You all can understand what is live videos. Everything was happening live. Nothing was fake. So no one can say, I have edited and made a video out of it. Sorry. I did not edit and make videos. All my videos were live videos. And people have seen how much I have done. कोण म्हणटा एम्ब्युलन्स आमचो लंडनचो आसा एकटो. लंडनचो आसा तो थायलंडचो एकलो कोण बसून आहा तेका सांगता एम्ब्युलन्स बी तेणे घेतलेलो ना, आनी कोणे दिला. अरे तुम्ही कापस्तादाचे मरे, कापस्ताद असलेले लोक मरे. तुम्ही पोस्टमॉर्टम करता मरे. तुम्ही एक्सपोज कित्याक करपा जायना? Concentrators, yes, I have taken donation for 1 concentrator. Oximeter, yes, I have taken. Wheelchairs, yes, I have taken. Certain families, bank account details are given. But my account details were never put out on social media. Arey, send money manun. Because I am not responsible I will not be able to give accounts because my money that I spent, I do not have accounts of it. I only swiped with the cards. Everything is there in the bank. If somebody comes to question, no cash was used. Mind it, no cash was used. Every transaction is from the bank. White money. Cash must have been used here and there, chiller, biscuit, pani, chiller. Each and every transaction of mine is white. Mind it. Nobody's got the B to do so. Somebody comes to ask me, I can give you my bank statement. Can anybody do that? Has anybody got the guts to show their bank statement? I have got the guts. Whosoever has contributed money to me, they have got the right to come and see my bank statement and go. Please make it happen. I am very much open to it. So I can tell you clearly, for some masks that I bought, there was donation. For some wheelchairs, 5 wheelchairs I gave, there was donation. For concentrator, there was donation. And for not oximeters, for what do you call it? The sanitizing machine. Sanitizing machines. Only for machines, not for the liquid. The liquid 35 liters was given by my friend Ivan. It was given for free. And he told me that sodium hypochlorite cost hardly 30 rupees liter. आता लंडनात कोण कोण बसून आहात याद दवरात. Sodium hypochlorite is available with my friend Ivan for 30 rupees a liter. 30 रुपया लिटर. मार्केटीन चढान चढ 60 रुपयान लिटर विकतात. So 5 liters should be available for 150 rupees. And some people are saying 2,500 rupees for 5 liters. I don't know, some chemical maybe. I do not know. But I got my sodium hypochlorite from Ivan. He gave it to me for free. So, the sanitizing machines, those spray machines, one I had bought and few others which I bought were bought through whatever people contributed. Because those machines are not, I am not going to keep with me. I am going to donate it to different places or different panchayat or whatever it is. And I have not helped only in my constituency. I have helped all over Goa. Right from Mandre, Pedne, Kankon, Sange, Savarde, Vasco, every place. All by myself. Every video, I am there in it. हांव पर्सनली वचून केला सगळी कामां एकट्यानी. माझे स्टाफाक घेवन कामाक आसा ते माझे भुरगे. माझे स्टाफ घेवन वचून पर्सनली सगळे जाग्यार पळय. सगळे व्हिडिओन हांव आसा. लोकांचे पैसे फुकट येनात. डोनेशन धाडटा ते. एक रुपया ते कामां करून जोडटात. बेश्टे 10 जाणांक कामाक लावपानी. And you all want to put others down. You all keep yourself open. I am open book. I किती लायफान किती केला त्याच्या भायर आनी काय केल्ले ना. Whatever I have said, I have straight away I have said on Facebook, on social media, whatever wrongs I have done, whether I have gone to drink at restaurants, everybody drinks. At that particular age, everyone gets drunk. Everyone is rude. I was very rude. Why rude? Because I never got my family love. I left my home at a very early age, 16, 17, I left my home. I was staying separate. I did not get father's love. I did not get my mobile phones, Android phones what I have. Only thing I got from my dad was my car, the Zen, which was sold, and my Ericsson phone, which I don't have it today. I didn't get family love. That is why I'm little arrogant. I'm straightforward. Not much of emotions. नहीं जमता है boss. I have not got that love. Like how you all are lucky to stay with the family, papa's fear, mama's their love, brothers, sisters, everybody stays together. I did not get that. But yes, whenever I am sick, they do come to see me. They do take care of me. But I did not have anybody calling, Baba Jailo, Kaisa ho? How are you? You're fine. Did you eat? Did you reach home? I never got these phone calls. And when my friends used to get phone calls in front of me, I used to feel bad. But I used to drink my tears. All my friends used to get calls. Baba, ye na gara. I used to not get those calls. That Papa's phone call today does not come on my phone. I have to give his respect. It never says Dad calling. I have made him proud today with my own struggle, and I wish I had to receive his call. It's been a hard struggle, guys, and I've been successful. I'm the only man who's done so much. And I beat and I challenge anyone can prove me wrong. I didn't have any support, guys. I have genuinely come up, and I don't allow anyone to tarnish my image for F's sake. If anybody wants to prove that I have done any illegal businesses, a lot of people are saying I am selling drugs and I am doing prostitution. Just because I have these tattoos all over my hand and I have got a beard, these all tattoos and all, that makes me look like a drug dealer. If I am a drug dealer or done prostitution, there should be one case at least. If I am such a rich man, one notification at least. Bring one person that I have sold drugs to. Bring one person who says this. Bring one proof of any illegal activities of mine in Goa. It's very easy to say. All these unsuccessful men taking donations, if they were successful enough, they would have made their own money and done it. What is the difference between the government who takes our tax money and helps us only, and taking donation and helping us only? What's the difference between these two? There is one part where it's our government, where we pay taxes, such expensive taxes on restaurants, our food, our clothing and everything. Petrol has become so expensive, and they, with our own money, they are building roads. With our own money, they are doing all the development, and with donation also is the same. It's our money that we are giving; they are giving it back to us in some other way. So, how does that make you successful? How does that make you like well known, or how does that make you feel like proud or anything? Okay, fine, if you have work, if you are successful, if you are earning your own money and you are spending your own money, then it's different. There's no difference between taking donation and helping and taking government getting the tax money and government helping us. Government is not doing a favor on us by giving us free medical services or anything. It's our money that we have been paying for so many years. So guys need to understand, let me tell you, for sanitizing, even if it is bought, 1 liter of sodium hypochlorite is 30 rupees. 1 liter of sodium hypochlorite, which is 200 ml, is used for 16 liters. 200 ml is used for 16 liters of water. In 20,000-30,000, one whole village can be sanitized. 20,000-30,000 is also way too much. If it is 30 rupees a liter. And food that is given, I have seen the food of different people. That food hardly costs. My mom is a caterer. My mom is one of the top 10 chefs in India. She has represented India in Spain, Germany, Thailand, everywhere she's gone and come. She's got a lot of awards. She's gone to Kargil also to cook food for Jawans. 15 days she was in Kargil to cook food for Jawans. She goes to different states to cook food for celebrities. But I don't take any money from her. And we know what is the cost of that food. One dal khichdi, the dal khichdi that I was making with ghee and all kind of vegetables in it, peas and everything, what do you call it? Nutritious dal khichdi cost me 9 rupees. 9 rupees per person. One dal khichdi with all vegetables and ghee in it, 9 rupees per person, 9 rupees. And what was given over here cost 6-7 rupees per person, according to a caterer. So it's nothing big. Okay, if you're giving chicken, biryani and all, that is expensive. But when there is only one little dal, 2 pieces of potato and little rice given over there, that is not expensive, boss. 7 to 10 rupees maximum cost. Cost to cost. So please don't get fooled. And even branches of trees can be cut and sown again, they will again grow. That is how the forest grows. Who goes and who plants, somebody planted tree in the forest? Why simply fool people? Okay, you're doing it, do it. Okay, fine. Whatever you all are doing, do it. If you all are doing it, you all do it. Don't get in the way of others. ते रमेशाक तुम्ही बॉल मारता आणि कोण रामाक तुम्ही गाडी मारता आणि बोलते कोण सेसिलाकूय गाडी मारतले. Everyone, there are a group of people who sits at home and Facebook warriors. Not any particular organization, there are a particular set of people who are there only to criticize. Now one last thing I'll talk. Now if the match was not shown on the TV or the location of a certain place was not told, would you ever know where the place is? Now you have to go to your friend's house and you don't have the location. Will you reach there? Now you have a head injury and you do not know who is the doctor. Which doctor to go to? Will you get a doctor? You'll call your friends, this, that, blah, 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 blah. You'll try to call your friends and then you'll try to get a number and then you'll go to the doctor. So my Facebook videos have gone all over the world and people from all over the world are calling me. From UK, from Kuwait, from Dubai, from Bahrain and from Margao, from Pedne, from Bicholi, Mandre, from every corner people are calling me. Why? Because my videos went viral. I didn't do these videos for publicity. 9 years I have been helping people, 9 years. But I never showed. That time I didn't want to show it. But my friends told me, bro, if you put the videos, people will come to know. Just because people have seen these videos of mine, people call, Baba, बरणार आहे, हॉस्पिटल व्हरून जाय. बाबा म्हजी मामी कॅन्सर जालो हा, तिगे ऑपरेशन करूं जाय, मातशें येतलो, तुजें नांव आयकलो आहा. Then a lady calls, I just had a delivery of a baby, I don't have my husband around me, the only name that I got in my mind is Digvijit Chauhan. Your name, sir. Can you help me? Yes. Yes. For everyone, yes. One person called me, my wife needs to get a surgery done. Can you help me? Yes. Brought him to the South Goa hospital, a private hospital, got the surgery done. Chemotherapies. Can you pay every month? Yes, I will pay till the end of my life. This is how. Otherwise, how would people know from Mandre or any corner? Doctor came to me. I need to go to Russia to study, complete my studies. Now we don't have jobs and our family does not have job. We cannot pay my school fees. my college fees. I put one video, he got 2.5, 3 lakh rupees. That's the power of social media. I do not use social media to spread hatred. I use social media to spread awareness, to spread good news, so that my videos go all over and I am there to help in whatever way I can. Not for show off. And even if show off, if I want to become famous, what is your problem? I want to show off, I will show off. By helping people, if it is show off, I do not know what kind of a world do you guys belong from. I understand. Left हातीन केले right हातीक कळपाक जायना. पण लेफ्ट हातीक मार पड लागलेलो आहा आणि रगत भायर सरता जाल्यार रायट हातीक कळनासतना तेका बँडेज कितकोन मारतले रे तुम्ही. रायट हातूच येतलो मरे बँडेज मारपाक आणि ते रगत रावोवपाक. What your left hand does, right hand should not know. Right hand does, left hand should not know. Bloody, if your left hand is cut, the right hand only helps it to stop the bleeding. Then don't use your left hand to wash also. Without knowing, how will you help? Huh? Without knowing anybody, so many people come to me. Itle ghatle videos. I am happy and I am proud. So many blessings I have. So many blessings. Agnelo, my friend, I am waiting for a drink with you. Guys, I have gone through a lot, guys. But still that smile is there. Although I have problems, my in-laws are still in the hospital. Both my father-in-law, mother-in-law are still in the hospital, but I'm still out there helping everyone. My children are away from me. My wife is away from me. I get damn upset in the house, but that is why I still go and help people. My attire, don't judge the book by its cover, Mutaje. So don't judge this book by its tattoos. There's a lot of pain inside me also. I've come up the hard way. I don't have a father over here to give me. It's my own money. 10,000 tattoo काढल्यार 100,000 रुपया लोकांक वाटता. People know it. My customers know it. 10,000 rupees tattoo. If I do 6,000 rupees, I donate. And I tell the customer, you want? You do it by yourself. Give me 4,000, 6,000, you donate and you show me who you gave it to. In my salon, all senior citizens are free. You do hair color, you do hair wash, blow dry, facial, hair spa, pedicure, manicure, do anything. Free of cost. In my salon. All senior citizens get free of cost treatment. Women, in my salon, you do anything. You do rebonding, you do streaks, you do keratin, you do hair spa. You all can pay in installments. 500 rupees also per month you pay. But every woman should feel special and she should come get the treatments done, because some women go to big salons and all, pay 6,000, 7,000, 12,000 do. Some women do not get to do it. Because some women have to manage their husband's funds in the house, how to run the month. So all my sisters and friends, all are welcome to my salon. You all can do all the treatments and pay in installment. There is no shame in paying in installments, because I also buy vehicles and everything on installments. As a businessman, no businessman gives cash down money. Every money is important for a businessman. He will never put cash out. As much as a businessman gets installment, that is good. So there is nothing to feel shy about. That's how you roll the money. So you all are free to do business in my studio, get your tattoos done, or you all want dance classes, or you all want boxing training, or you all want salon services, or you all want furniture services. Please call me. We'll give it to you all at a cost price, because I don't need to make any more profits. I'm settled, boss. I don't need any more money. But I don't want extra money also in my life. Unwanted money I do not want. Because my wife is a Muslim, and in their culture, they say you have to donate certain amount when you wear gold and all. So I do that also. My sister is converted into a Christian. She got married to a Christian boy. She lost her husband 3 years back. My mom is doing her own business. I am not supporting. We all are self-sufficient. We all are self-made. My mom has made her life by herself. I have not helped her make her life. She made her own success. I have made my own success. My sister is managing her own life after the death of her husband. But whenever we are in trouble, we are all together. So that's about it, guys. Anyone has any more questions or any more queries? My friends are there. Police station is there. Crime branch is there. Anywhere if my names are there. Maybe in, traffic cell. Maybe when I'm 34. Maybe when I was 16, 17, that time there were cases. That loud noise, silencer, no license, no helmet, rash driving. Those days, in my teenage, not now. Now I don't play even music. That time big speakers in the car. Doom, 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 doom noise. Now I don't like to hear my AC blower also. I keep it only on one. That stress time every day. So many phone calls keep coming continuously. I cannot keep putting my music off. So I don't play music also. So that is life, guys. Just because I wear a beard, I wear some gold, this is all hard-earned money, guys. I wanted this life from childhood because my friends did not accept me without money. So I made it a point to make money. And now when I have the money, everybody is pointing at me. Arey, how did this guy get money now? So much money he is spending on people. Arey, हमारा दिल दरिया है भाई. अपने को अलग रास्ते पे ये बनियन वाले पे मत लेके जाओ. बहुत मुश्किल होएगा. सटकाने का देना दिमाग नहीं. आता माझी सटकली. I don't want to do. I am calmed down a lot after having 2 sons. I am become very calm. I don't like to get involved in problems. I don't want hassles. But yes, when time comes, I can bite also. Agnelo. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to my boring life story. And maybe it inspires some people. And let me tell you guys, every Goan, every human, every youngster, I have done only my 8th standard and I am successful. It takes little extra efforts. I can say because I am successful. Some Tom, Dick and Harry cannot tell you. Only if you are a chef, you can teach how to cook. Only if you are a mechanic, you can repair the car. Keep it in mind. Only if you are a chef, you can cook and you can teach how to cook. Without that, just simply don't give gyan. And without being successful, you cannot even run the state. The state government is in thousands of crores over here. How are you going to cover that? And don't expect me to tell you. What's the point? I would want to do it by myself. Or else I give, when the world is so cruel and itli anupkari aso, now why should I not be selfish in this thing at least? Why should I give my success story? Doctor comes in my house and asking me, how did you do so much money? Teach me how to do so much money. I told him one thing. You give me your MBBS or whatever medical certificates, make them in my name. Allow me to do surgeries in GMC. I will give you my business. You take my business, I take your doctor's certificates. Is that okay? Then we are cool. Otherwise, just have a drink in my house and get out. And today, spreading some rumors. With all the proofs, I have got screenshots of a lot of things. And I am going to put it out. And this time, I am not going to look at the job profile, whether you are a doctor or anything. Stop spreading rumors. I've got a whole chat, and if that person is watching out this video goes, please scroll through your entire chat. You will come to know for yourself. I don't have to fear about that chat. You will have to fear about it. Thank you so much, guys. And any queries and all, I'll come up for a next video. I just wanted to, because I had done this video, there was another video at the very beginning I had done about my life story, how I had to struggle without my dad and without my family support. I had to come up. It is good my family did not support me, that I was not given that come home, this, that, baby, boo boo. I was put on a very strong and very rough roads. So I can swim through any seas now, there's no issues. And even if I fall down, I don't mind working back again the same way up, because I know the road now. First time when you go to Bombay, you have to use the map. If you're smart enough, you will memorize the road. Today I can go Bombay without the road map. So I can come back to Goa, go back to Bombay. So I become successful. When my dad was there, we were successful enough. Now, then we fell down. Then I brought myself up. Now I can go down. Then I know the road to go up and down, up and down. Because in the snake and ladder also, you never know when the snake swallows you and you come down. So be ready for every situation. I am ready for it. And if I do wrong, yes, I do wrong. The snake swallows me, then I have to find a ladder again to come up. And the dices are there. You keep on swimming. 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, guys. Have a good day. And I'm sorry if I upset some people or say use some abusive language. And yes, this is my life story. And these are the facts. And that is why I say, if y'all can prove me wrong and I've done something wrong in Goa, any illegal activities in Goa, scammed anyone, cheated anyone, or what more can you say? If I do sell drugs in Goa, or I'm doing prostitution in Goa, oh my god. Such allegations, no bro. Does not suit. If you had to say I'm smuggling gold, then I would be happy. Yes bro, because I have a lot more gold. I would be happy. You can say I am smuggling gold. Not prostitution, guys. Please. Not that at least. Not drugs also, I would have been, what is his name? I don't know, what is that drug dealer's name? I forget it. I do not remember his name. Forget it. See you guys. Sorry for all the... You are the best. Take care. Good night, sir. Yes. I'm sorry I cannot read all that. Very well said. A pro in counseling. Yeah. Yes. Maybe. Thank you, Sangeeta. Thanks so much, guys. Please take care. Pablo. Correct. Yeah. Escobar. Yes. If I was into drugs and that's like big money, dude. I wouldn't be sitting in Goa. क्या बोलते भाई, अपन ऐसा कुछ ड्रग्स वर्क्स लड़की वड़की बेचने का सीन कर रहे भाई, किधर रहते मालूम है? अगला प्लेनेट खड़ा करते. अपना जो बिजनेस का दिमाग है ना, बचपन से था. मम्मी को एक्टिवा लेता बोल के यमहा लिया था मैंने at the age of 16. So from that day I was like smart and I was really good at selling myself out, and I'm very good at making my business. And genuine business, my customers know how genuine and straight I am. I am very open and I tell them clearly what is to be done, not to do, whatever it is. Wilboy, yes, Pablo. Yeah. Bro, I'm not Pablo. I'm not any drug dealer. I'm not any prostitution. I don't do any of that because I've got a reputed family. My grandfather was a freedom fighter. He was also in the freedom movement. He was in jail for I think 6-7 years for the freedom movement. So, Dattatreya Shinde from Kolhapur. He was a professor in Shivaji University teaching Gandhi studies. My dad is a topper from Mumbai University and he was a well-known marketing manager all over India. My uncle is a Harvard University graduate, although I don't talk to him. He's a Harvard University graduate. He was the managing director for Sharad Pawar's 3 companies. So yes, we do come from a very reputed family. I was the odd one out to do all these tattoos and grow this beard because Papa was not there. If Papa was there, I would have been that chomo somewhere behind the job. I do not know what I would have been. But yes. So see you guys. Take care. My battery is also low. See you soon. Please do share this video and please tell the people. Anyone wants to confront me, I'm there always. I'm open. I'm an open book. I've told everything. There's nothing to be hidden from anyone. So please, guys, don't spread rumors. If you all have the right, speak it. Anything, whatever I've done wrong, please speak it. No problem, you all can expose. But something that I've never done in my life, please don't do that. Don't use that dirty politics. When I ran in a race, I didn't go to tie somebody else's shoes to throw him down. I ran with full speed and I always got first place. Till today, I've never got second place. Thank you so much, guys. Good night.